This is Ace's classic albums.
Baby, baby, baby. You got nothing I want. They're putting words in your mouth. She's a lost cause. Hello, if you're traveling easy.
G'day, Tyler here from Black Aces. I'm going to do a little thing for you now. It's called Ace's Classic Albums. First up, we've got Not As Good As a Wink to a Blind Horse by The Faces, or Faces, whichever way you want to say it. Great album, great British rock album. One of the best you'll find. Full of beautiful ramshackle rock and roll. It's the height of the band's career. They've done a couple of albums before it, and this is where they really hit their peak. It's first album produced by Glyn Johns, who had worked with Zeppelin and the Stones and whoever else you want to mention. It's just great old school British rock and roll, barrel house piano and organ, and Ronnie Wood playing sloppy shit ass guitar. It's red hot. Rod Stewart is at his peak. It's just around the same period that he was doing all his solo stuff like Every Picture Tells a Story, which had Maggie May on it. You can really hear that at that point in time the band were hitting their peak, and you can hear it on the Rod Stewart albums as well. They sort of exist in the same time as each other. The band played on Rod's albums and whatever, and they were really hitting the high point of what they were doing. It's just good old-fashioned barrel house rock and roll. This has some of the best. Well, it has the best stuff that the band ever done. Stuff like Miss Judy's Farm, Debris, Stay With Me, You're So Rude, which is a great song about getting one away while your folks aren't home and then getting caught in the act. Yeah, look, if you're looking for a good old rock and roll album, this is the one to get. You got Rod Stewart out the front, poncing around, being Rod as he was, but this is Rod in his pure essence when he was still a rock and roller. There's no, do you think I'm sexy here? One of the highlights of the album's the Ronnie Lane track, Debris, song about him and his father growing up. It's just a great album. You can hear the sound of where Rose Tattoo come from on this. Like, Rose Tattoo are obviously a lot more Australian and faster and harder, but like, this is the basis for that sort of stuff. It's like just good old-fashioned rock and roll. Go and get it. If you haven't heard The Faces, and if you only know Rod Stewart from Do You Think I'm Sexy, get this, because it'll change your whole view on the man. Faces are not as good as a wink to a blind horse. Get about it.